Hello my dear students, today we're going to have a listening class. I would like you to open your students books to page 73 and pay attention, follow on your books and listen at the same time, because we need to fill in this table about the practices, whether they are desirable or undesirable practices. You're going to listen and fill in this table. So here we go.
Page 73. 5. Listening. Listen to the horse trainer talk about horse training. Make notes in the chart. Then talk about it in class. Horses are gifted animals with their own code of behavior and communication. What is called horse breaking does neither the horse nor the rider credit. When preparing a horse for saddle, our aim is not to break the horse's spirit, but to create a willing and accepting partner. Although harsh treatment and extreme force are no longer condoned by many horsemen, there are still those that adopt violent and cruel training techniques. One such trainer, who resorted to beating horses that he considered stubborn, got a taste of his own medicine when his horses, which were certainly strong and beautiful, did miserably in a show because they were panicked at the sound of applause and could not be handled because they did not trust their rider. It is true that horse owners need to be firm leaders to their horses, but ruling by fear rather than respect will not help get the best they can from their horses. Adopting a slow and methodical approach towards training allows one to get to know one's horses and train them to deal with all sorts of things, including potentially frightening distractions. The secret to natural horsemanship is communication. Before you attempt to develop your riding techniques and other details, you should take the time to get to know your horses, learn their body language, natural tendencies, and how they react to things. Each horse is different. It seems to me that people go to great lengths to avoid what is the simplest and most rewarding option, namely, a few days of around-the-pen work that takes a bit of time and patience, but pays off in the long run.
Alright, so as you have listened, what kind of horse, or rather what kind of animals are horses? Horses are gifted animals. Well done, exactly. And it seems that there are two styles of dealing with horses while training them, while taming them, while domesticating them. The first tendency is to use violence with horses. Now, as far as this part is concerned, where horse people, those who had horses and were training them, were they successful in using violence against their horses to breaking the horse? Were they successful to break their horses in such a way? Of course not. Simply their horses let them down. The point is, the other tendency proves better, which is the tendency of, you are right there, understanding, communication. You get to understand your horse, find out about its natural tendencies. Yeah. So mercy and kindness is there in the world of animals as well. It gets more fruitful outcomes other than getting violence. Alright. So undesirable practices and beliefs versus desirable practices and beliefs. What can you think of? Think it over. It may appear like this: harsh, violent treatment, beating leads to panic and distrust, violence breaks communication and leads to failure, I might say that this is also applicable to the world of people. In bringing up our children, if we have the tendency to be kind and merciful, there's going to be a bridge of understanding and bilateral trust, and things are going to thrive, and vice versa, of course. Yeah. Desirable practices and beliefs: communication, understanding, slow methodical approach. Even if it takes longer time, it is still better than violence. Getting to know the horse, firm but kind leaders. This pays off later on. Okay, thank you. Moving on to pronunciation.
6. Pronunciation. Some students of English confuse the y sound in yet and regular with the j sound in jet and magic. Listen and practice.
1. Jack owns a very energetic young stallion. 2. The horse has an intelligent, gentle nature. 3. Ponies have beautiful features and are popular with children. 4. Many true stories demonstrate that horses are loyal human companions. 5. These are just a few of the techniques used to train horses.
So, having listened to this pronunciation exercise, let's move now to another exercise, and this time it is related to vocabulary. You will see these words in the reading on pages 74 and 75. Match the words with their meanings. We've got consciousness, alert, disturbed, deliberately, speculates, domesticated, aggressive, and compassion. Can you think it over with me? Well done. These are the answers. 1. Consciousness goes with letter D, the state of being awake. Alert means aware, and so on. 3 goes with F. Alright, vocabulary is very important because it will pay you off in the long run. Now let's shift to the workbook exercises F and G. We've got exercise F now, and we are asked to correct the errors in these sentences. Dolphins can be found in oceans around the world, not find. Dolphins considered to be one of the most intelligent animals. Considered? Do you think there is a missing word here? Right, you are right there. Dolphins are considered. It says that dolphins all evolved 10 million years ago. Now what's wrong with this sentence? Should we say it is says? No, in the reporting or in the passive sentences with the reporting verbs, we say it is said rather. Even though dolphins are friendly, people should careful. So should we say should careful or should be careful? So here are the answers of this exercise based on the passive voice. And then we've got exercise I. What do you know about these mythical animals that are reported in myths? Unicorns, Pegasus, Hydra, the Sphinx, dragons. Any idea? What is a multi-headed serpent with blood and breath? So poisonous that it could kill a man by simply blowing on him? You're right there, it's a hydra. Yeah. And what has the body of a lion and the head of a human? The body of a lion and the head of a human is the Sphinx of Egypt. The Sphinx. Blank are depicted by most cultures as beautiful white horses with a long spear-like horn extending from the forehead. This is the unicorn. And the dragons, of course, you know them well. And Pegasus is that horse with the wings. This brings us to the end of our class. Thank you, and wait for me in other class. See you. Bye.